Welcome, my name is Rich, and this is a laid-back Let's Play of Star Wars The Old Republic. Today's stream, we will be visiting a new planet at the behest of one of our guests. Where is he? I think it's Ty Cordon. His planet was affiliated with the Republic but never joined, and has now been taken over by the Empire, and he would like our help to overthrow the Empire and boot it off, which I am more than happy to provide. There are a variety of other people to help, but I imagine that we'll get to them in the next few weeks. I don't remember how long it takes me per planet, and I think it tends to vary. But we'll get there. I went back to Alderaan, by the way, and checked, explored the place fully, and looked for more missions or quests to do, and it seems as though I have done all of them, as far as I can tell. I may have missed a heroic, but I haven't been checking every heroic to make sure that I've done them all, because sometimes they're on consoles rather than getting them from people. I wonder what this is supposed to be. Is it supposed to, like, is it your method of plotting a course, calculating the route? I wonder what this information is supposed to, like, what information this is supposed to be providing to you. Anyway, in this Let's Play, as with my other Let's Plays, I will be taking my time and playing loosely. I won't be making tight plays. I'm not a frame perfect player. I won't be utilizing all of my abilities at their utmost. We probably should also move to yes, Balmorra. I didn't remember what the name was. I did visit Taris before because I've been leveling up my or attempting to level up my crafting. That was another thing that I did between streams. His eyes, his eyeballs, appear to be phasing slightly through his eyelids, certainly his lower eyelids, and it is the first time I've seen that happen in the game, and quite disconcerting. So am I, as it happens. Quite a dangerous one. How long has your planet been occupied for? Also, the way that the light was falling on his arm there was a bit weird. Teleported from the helm through to the conference room. That was pretty abrupt. It's amazing that I can get this close to an Empire-controlled planet. You'd think that they'd have more control over who visited and landed and so on. Who visits and lands. Ah, this is a space station, isn't it? We're not actually on the planet. Yeah, orbital station. This probably makes it easier to approach the planet, but I wouldn't have thought that it makes it possible. There's lots of Republic soldiers on here. Smuggler phase. Oh, this is a different layout of... oh no, hold on. Of course it is. This isn't a spaceport. This is exactly the same as Tython's orbital station. Yes, I know. Really? It's amazing that they weren't a part of the Empire or a part of the Republic already then. Like allied, adjacent to the Republic, but not actually members. If their factories make the most powerful weapons, I mean, we know from the from Ty that they make droids, but I don't know that that is the most powerful weapons. If I get bored, sure. Captain Nick Kegil. I wonder who inspired that name. Shields of Destiny control. Balmorra. So he will introduce us to a flashpoint. Taral V. I mean, we can do a flashpoint, right? As long as it's one person. Correct. Is that Jim Cummings? Schoenboy, welcome. Taral V has a story mode and is the start of a pretty good side story. Cool. I'm hoping that it won't take 3 hours. It'd be good if it was less than an hour, but less than an hour and a half is fine also. I haven't really been keeping track of how long previous flashpoints have taken. Myself and this person who's standing right in front of the robot, between it and me. I need to travel to the Republic fleet in order to do that. Okay. The entire storyline is multiple flashpoints. Taral V should be about 20 to 30 minutes. Oh, okay, cool. I don't know that I'll do all of them back to back today, but I might do several of them. I've also decided to subscribe or resubscribe. They're not meant to be done back to back, I think. Oh, cool, okay. Because I was picking up crafting. No, that's the wrong one. Crew skills. I was picking up crew skills, and it bothered me that I couldn't get all three that would support Artifice. So I subscribed because I was checking. So a couple of months ago, I watched a video by Swatorista on YouTube about crew skills and crafting. And she said that she has in her video, which is from like 2 years ago, she says that she's got a referral link so that you can, if you're a preferred player, you can get referred to get all three crafting slots unlocked. But checking yesterday or 2 days ago, it turned out that has been discontinued in 2021, which is unfortunate, but here we are. So I decided to subscribe because it's not just crew skills that you get for subscribing. The referral link system was removed earlier this year due to abuse of the system. Oh, that's a shame. If I'd gotten the referral sooner, it probably wouldn't affect me, but it sucks to hear that people have been abusing the system. So I'm not sure whether I should spend time during the stream telling my companions to go off and do crew skill missions. I've also noticed, I think that their loyalty to you or your influence with them affects their probability of completing a given mission. Like Tharan and all of them have access to all the same missions, but Tharan's influence is higher and he was succeeding on some of these missions where C2N2 wasn't, and the only difference between them was the level of influence. I don't know what this is all about. Looking for... Does this mean anything? Yeah, the influence level does affect that. Not really an issue until you get to the really advanced missions and crafting schematics. Oh, okay. Well, it was a bit of an issue for me because I was asking C2N2 to go out on missions that were green or yellow, expecting that he'd be able to manage them, and he was coming back without results. And each mission does cost a little... Well, it's not... Each mission doesn't cost much, but over the course of the evening when I was playing and sending these guys out, I brought my money down by like 200,000 of the 200,000 credits. So it is possible, because the missions usually less than 5 minutes. Just send them out back to back. It is possible to spend quite a lot of money on these over the course of a few hours. Anyway, crafting is a bit weird in this, in that sending out crew members on crew skill missions improves your skill with the crew skill for some reason. A lot of the materials you get from the crew missions are worth good money. Might be worth selling them. Okay. I was just gathering stuff so that I could craft these, and just basically waiting for my artifice to get high enough that I could buy new recipes, because none of these are useful to me at the moment. They're way lower level than I can really use. I mean, maybe this is useful, but I don't have wind crystals. I'm not sure how to get them. That's about the extent of my knowledge about crafting. Okay, fair enough. I just went with artifice so that I could craft lightsaber crystals. Oh. Yeah, there we go. He failed that mission. So I probably need to spend some time improving C2N2's influence with me. At least up to 6 so that he can match Taral. Anyway. That's definitely Jim Cummings voicing Master Oteg. He even sounds... his little laugh there almost sounds like the one he uses for Winnie the Pooh. So that's fun. Jim Cummings is a great voice actor. He's all over the place. What will I hear? This is ridiculous. Not a very open-minded Jedi response to that, is it? By all over the place, I mean he's in lots of different things. How would a star burn black? "300 years is about the same time, about the amount of time that it's been since Darth Revan." Extreme foreshadowing. Is the Gree the robot planet? Or are they an ancient alien species? Or not robot, droid. Clever. Gree Enclave. Who sent out droids? I thought so. Don't know if you know Warhammer 40k lore, but the Gree are Basiva. Basically the Mechanicus from that. Ah, right, okay. Oh, fair enough. Cool. I really liked the terminology that the Gree droids used on Coruscant. It really entertained me, trying to work out where they would have gotten black bisector and is it blue concave? Color and geometric concept or shape put together. Why aren't you coming in with me? I mean, I suppose it does make sense to have someone on the outside to make sure that you've got like a point of reference and you can... So where do I go now? Do I go up in one of these lifts? What does he want? Ah, okay. He is who I talked to continue this flashpoint. Experience bonus when grouping with other players. The larger the group, the bigger the bonus. Cool. I don't think I'm short on XP though. Maelstrom prisoners after Taral 5. There we go. So, am I not doing this in the correct order? This is a bit out of order. I thought so. Okay. Exit the flashpoint. I couldn't tell where I was supposed to go for Taral 5. There weren't any of the purple markers. I need to come back down here, okay. Do I speak to... What's his name again? No, I can't get back in. Oh, do I speak to him? Proceed to the situation room, which is this. It is a bit confusing. You need the droid that says something about Taral 5. Okay. Was it on the deck that I was on before, just the other side, the left-hand side, rather than the right-hand side? Be nice if they chose to use their helpful purple signposting that they have for other missions on this part of this mission. That would make things easier for me. Barkanos Tark, coming home. Let's have that. I have seen the Jedi Temple under the light of dawn. I have smelled Tython's air. The Jedi Council has sought me out. I have nothing to say to them. After Morrage's endless rage, I want silence. Morrage was such an ancient soul. His hatred of the Jedi and the healer who first defeated his plague was like a dark sun inside him. That anger cast the entire Malachor system under its shadow. Mine was the smallest of echoes beside it, but even that was enough to condemn me. Do not make my mistakes. Do not succumb to rage, or let yourself be blinded trustingly by the light. I will be free of the past. I will find peace. That's really all I hope for him, to be honest. It might be the upper deck, yeah. Okay, I'll go back up and check. Galactic News, Sith attack at Duralia. Dramatic scenes unfold today over Duralia. Sith forces launched a daring attack against a Republic diplomatic vessel. Several senators and diplomatic representatives were killed before a Jedi strike team was able to reach the stricken vessel, the Fortitude, and restore order. What does this mean? In a time of rising tensions between the Republic and the Empire, does this suggest the Republic may have difficulties securing its borders? In an exclusive interview, Representative Aloni of Kami says this attack demonstrates the continued incompetence of Republic patrols and the mindless bureaucrats who manage them, she said. When asked for comment, Imperial Ambassador and Coruscant Attaché Samuel Yane released a short statement claiming the Empire has no operations in the Tammuz sector. Ambassador Yane added that the Empire cannot be held responsible for the activities of rogue elements. Right, well, let's try going back up to this second deck. Hangar deck, I guess. Oh, there we go. Right. Abandon that so we don't confuse things. Oh, how do I reset flashpoints? Right-click your character portrait. Thank you. Reset all active flashpoints now. Okay. Hopefully this is set to story mode. Yeah, story. Okay. I just want to have a look at this ship, actually. So this is the stolen Empire shuttlecraft. Interesting design. I wonder why only one side has got a folding bit. At least I assume that this is a folding bit. Oh, maybe it folds here. Maybe the hinge is here and it folds down. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, now I'll get on board. Should be storied by default. You're off to bed, working 7 hours. And, face. Sorry to hear that. Thanks for coming by. Oh yeah, you can see it fold down. Just about. Well, thanks for coming by. I appreciate it. And thank you for the guidance you've provided. You've been very helpful. Hopefully I can muddle through. Oh, the sails on the top fold in and out as well. I'm not sure how much. I am bringing supplies. I'm bringing supplies of cans of Whoopass that I am fully prepared to bust open. Thanks for watching, Shaman Boy. I appreciate it, and I hope you have a nice sleep, a good sleep, and that tomorrow your time at work is as not terrible as possible. And if you feel like watching the rest of this once you have some free time, it'll be up on my YouTube, Vanilla Jester Gaming. Okay, areas are smaller than an ordinary planet, which isn't surprising. Why are they setting parts of the forest on fire? Mission tracker. No. Combat support droid has been provided to assist you in combat. If your droid is defeated, you may call a replacement by clicking the Activate Combat Support Droid button in your mission tracker. Is that it? Yes, it is. Okay. Oh, there he is. Cool. What are you set to be? Skin Flayer. Wow. What a cheery sounding chap. Glad I've got two companions to share the threat. Combat support droid is a little slow on the uptake. He's talking to me an awful lot, isn't he? I'm not quite sure how he means to discourage them, just attack them. Well, it doesn't seem as though any alerts have been raised. That animation used a lightsaber, not whatever this short, blocky sword is. Why would the game not use the model that my weapon is currently displaying as, if it has an animation to make an attack like that anyway? Ooh, hey. Jogaran River Launcher. Lurker. No, thank you. I don't want any of that. Isn't that the evil creature that you face if you're a Jedi Knight when you're creating or constructing your first lightsaber? It climbs up a cliff nearby nearby the forge where you construct your lightsaber, and then you fight it. That's the same model, I'm pretty sure. It's got the right face at least. Big amphibious lizardy bloke. Or girl, I suppose. It could be female. You can't usually tell with reptiles without being quite invasive. Unless for some reason the artist has decided that the lizard has tits for no reason. Well, for the reason of purely of letting you know that this is a female and that therefore you should be lusting after her. Given that this is showing as a yellow line on the map, I'm guessing that this is a route that we will walk. Maybe not. I mean, it looks like we go in here and then through here. But oh yes, we would go across. Okay, fair enough. We'll come on around here in there for some reason, and then through here. Bash our way through here, and then around here, and in here, it looks like. Okie dokie. Let's continue. Oops. There we go. Not sure what the smaller beasties are. And there's no cave behind that waterfall. I'm deeply disappointed. For a river lurker, he's not doing a very good job of lurking, is he? I mean, he's quite obviously there. Lurking implies a certain amount of stealth. The thingamies that jumped out were better at lurking, I think. Though it's weird, ecologically speaking, that the big Jorgen River lurker would allow another species of the crawlers to hang out this close to them. I mean, yes, big predators do allow smaller scavengers to hang out because they eat parasites. Oh, hey, welcome, Mahawk Man. But usually the body size difference is quite pronounced between, you know, the species that is the main predator and the species that is the scavenger. I don't think that they look quite similar enough for me to say that the crawler is the young of the river lurker. Yeah, well, may as well cross the river on this bridge and then attack it from the other side. Not quite sure what these are for. Research station, destroy Imperial research stations. Oh, okay, that's just one of the bonus objectives. Dark science. Just destroying research data. I suppose jungle crawlers could be the male of the species. Because typically with reptiles, males are smaller than females because females have to physically contain eggs and lay them. And that's easier if you're bigger. Now let's send in Kaizen first and then drop this. Pleasant looking beasties these are. Oh, Culto stations. To be hunter, one must first know silence, stillness, then strength. Skin Flayer. It takes quite a lot of cognitive power to flay something. You have to be careful of the skin whilst you're taking it off. I mean, perhaps it gets its name because there's a species that it preys upon that has a particularly nutrient-rich skin, I guess. And it's not that it just flays everything that it preys upon, but just that typically for its natural behavior in its natural habitat, there is a species upon which it usually preys that happens to have a very nutritionally valuable skin that it typically it spends its time removing specifically. Although if a species has a nutritionally valuable skin, why wouldn't you just eat the whole lot of it? Maybe there's something in the mussels that is a mild toxin that tastes bad to put predators off eating. But typically, if that is the case, it's in the skin, not the mussel. See, flayer implies a certain amount of cruelty, which requires a certain amount of cognitive function to want to be cruel, to find a value in taking the skin off of something that you've hunted and killed, or not even necessarily killed, if you're particularly awful. Which implies that these are above chimp intelligence, but below probably standard humanoid intelligence. Otherwise, they'd be a bit more advanced in terms of wearing clothes and so on, having a society, tool use, that kind of thing. But in order to flay, you do need to use tools. Unless you've got particularly sharp and fine claws, which I don't think that they have. They don't display that, really. The claws look large and blunt, not useful for detail work, like flaying requires. Also, and this is probably explainable purely because this is a game and they need enemies around, but this many large predators in this close proximity without being part of a herd would just start fighting one another. Or they'd spread out and have a larger territory because there wouldn't be enough food for all of them. Very interesting there that the enemies that were within the radius of this explosion didn't react to it. It didn't affect them until because they only phased in and became interactable objects once I started attacking the group of Imperial Jungle Troopers. They only counted as being there after I'd set off the explosion, because it was the explosion that said that I was interacting with the group of mobs, and then once I interact with the group of mobs, they spawn in, or they decloak. So I can understand. Well, to be fair, you haven't really been doing much chattering since down here somewhere, have you? But I appreciate it. Ooh. Level 58. Nope. Yep. Ah, I can't spend a point on anything, but telekinetic burst. Ooh, that's upgraded. Nice. Summons a burst of telekinetic power that deals a bunch of damage and slows the target by 30% for 3 seconds. Replaces disturbance. I'm not quite sure what disturbance was. What is it? I think it looks like it activates faster. Almost certain that it does more damage. I mean, hold on. Was that? No. That was the symbol for disturbance, but it wasn't giving us the the rules for the previous version of the power that were just upgraded. Yeah, it looks different, slightly different as well. I think that's faster, which is nice. Always good to have faster charging powers. Or powers which charge faster. You would think that they would have noticed this assault. I've not really been doing it quickly. And raised the alarm. But thankfully the way that the game works is that enemies have really, really tiny alert radiuses, alert radii. Captain Shiv a neck. Do you suppose he shivs necks? He's noticed. Alright. In you go, chaps. Well, we've only just started. That's fine, neither do we. I am. Doesn't seem like you're standing up to it very well, I have to say. Ripper is enraged by the death of an ally. Maybe I should have killed Ripper first. Well, I would have if I'd known. Although maybe Shivanek would also have become enraged. Although, I don't know why he would. He doesn't seem like the type to care very much about the well-being of his captured, trained attack beasts. So, probably not. Oh, come on. Am I supposed to get at their loot? Can I lure someone over? I don't know that I can set him to... passive. No. So I was hoping I'd be able to draw them over, but the combat assistant droid engaged them. I can't dismiss the droid. Or really control it at all. So this loot is beyond my ability to collect, it seems. Disabling a security grid sounds like a good idea, doesn't it? Splendid. That is fairly obvious. You'd think that they'd notice that. I mean, on the one hand, a reasonable military wouldn't start bombing its facilities on the ground just because there was an enemy within. Unfortunately, of course, the Empire is not a reasonable military force, and I think it is entirely within their expected behaviours to do just that. So, oh, hello. Ooh, maybe if I come around here and then... I already have a support droid. Okay. Combat support droid actually makes it more difficult to be clever about engaging enemies by luring them around corners than I would like. Be nice if there was some way of at least, you know, telling the combat droid, no, stop being belligerent, become passive, don't attack. Aha. If you hadn't come all the way through here, you wouldn't have found one of these to interact with. And destroy. That seems like a pretty big explosion. We've had 6 of them so far. That seems like a pretty big explosion. The kind of explosion that you wouldn't want to be going off right in your face. Seems like the more prudent thing to do would be perhaps to chuck the lightsaber or use the force from a distance if they're exploding with that much force. Although I'm not sure why a computer bank would explode with that much force. What have you got in it that is containing pressurized, because you only get explosions like that, fiery explosions, if you've got a pressurized Sith Dominator. A pressurized combustible material, usually a gas. And why would you have a gas that's combustible inside a computer? Doesn't make much sense to me. Ah, that's the one that it's pointing me to. Okay. There wasn't something that I somehow forgot to or missed. Forgot to do or missed whilst I was... Ooh, a vine cap prowler. This is new. There are a lot of scarred mans. I expect a lot of them hate as well. Oh, right. It's strong, not elite. That's why it went down so fast. Oh, and we have seen them before. They were around here somewhere. Or a lot. This was a ridge, wasn't it? There was this constant, like, upward ridge. They were along here somewhere, weren't they? There was a dude and 2 of these that he'd obviously trained. I don't think that that's a cat. I think that that's a lizard. Big old lizardy friend. Oh yeah. I haven't been using my buffs. That might help a little bit. Just two of them, eh? I imagine that there's another two who are stealthed. Oh no, more than two. And they weren't stealthed, but they were on jetpacks, ready to come land. Okay. So that's some ships doing a flyover. Looks like it. Ooh, I wonder if I can throw them off. Goodbye! Ah, they may have had stuff to loot, mightn't they? Oh, they're completely gone. Oh well, never mind. Ooh, a Sith Dominator. Hello, chap. That was a pretty quick flyover. Did they drop anything? It doesn't look like they have dropped anything. Oh well. Just right over the edge. Bye. This is a suspiciously open area. Oh, that's a lot of dudes. Oh, those are cool looking jet bikes. Oh well, I mean, you've kind of, once you add wings to it with boosters, you've kind of moved away from a jet bike, haven't you? Into a small speeder. Oh, hello. Hello there. Oops. You would think that the Empire would notice that their troops aren't doing their regular check-ins, if nothing else. And if they don't have their troops do regular check-ins, well, they kind of deserve this kind of break-in, don't they? I haven't missed 2 dark science research stations. Oh, I might find one back here, out the other side. It's the same layout building as we found one out at the back of last time, isn't it? Security terminal. How many security terminals are there? Well, 10, obviously. I see that there are 10, but was this the first one that I've encountered, or were they back in the previous area as well, and I just missed them? Oh, there's another one. Okay. Maybe they are in this area rather than the previous one. That would be convenient. Hoping that they're dotted liberally about these buildings and I don't have to go running all the way back to this outpost. Oh, the second droid's noticed. Oh well. I'm sure we'll be fine. Don't know how a power like Mind Crush works on a droid, but okay. Can I mount up outside? I can! Ooh, that's cool. That would have been nice to know earlier. Here we are. Well, I suppose actually it wouldn't have helped that much earlier, would it? Considering enemy groups have been relatively close together so far, and there hasn't been that much distance between them. Who's the scarred angry man? The evil force ghost that we exorcised from what's his face? If an explosion of cryogenic gas like that causes people to freeze solid into rigid shapes, they're probably already dead, given what kind of damage would need to happen to them to make them freeze solid. And we're not hostile to you because you're not hostile to me. But you really should be working for someone better than the Empire. Look for a new job. Alright, chaps. quite apart from the fact that, you know, I don't think their Empire overlords are going to be terribly pleased with them that they got off unscathed during this this assault, where all the other security forces got completely wiped out. But that's for them to worry about, I suppose. Oh, hey. There was another research station. Cool. Just short one, but I'm hoping that I'll find it here somewhere. In this fort. Or base, I suppose. Imperial base. Well, it's got walls, hasn't it? I think that's a fort. That's a big tracked transport. How did it get here? Where are they planning for it to drive about? Oh, there's our combat droid got stuck. Is its pathing not quite as good as companion pathing? Oh, hey, there's a lift. Didn't realise. Wait, where does that go? Oh no, there he is. Where does that lift go? Oh, there's another level, another layer. Ooh, splendid. This is going to be a bit awkward. Ooh, Sith BDSM enthusiasts. Cool. Lovely credits. Thank you. I think to avoid confusing the... Oh, hey. Cousin, you alright? To avoid confusing the combat droid, I'm not going to jump off the balcony. I'm just going to go down in the lift. I know that it's labelled elevator, but I'm British, so I shall call it a lift. Thank you. Does this go up to anywhere? Is this a lift or is it just another door? Okay, it's just another door. Yeah. Imperial forklift and a bulldozer. That's a big scoop. You don't usually see scoops that big or this geometry, do you? I wonder what is actually useful about those security terminals. What's stored on them? Or what do you access through them? And why do you need to do that? Oh, another Sith BDSM fan? specifically the D part in the BDSM. These are foot plates. This is where you put your hands. Does any kind of seat rise up, or do you just hang on to the gun with your weight being held by your feet and these trigger components? Because quite apart from that being pretty terrible ergonomically, it's also got to be very difficult to reposition the gun and like move the barrels around if you're supporting yourself with the bits of the gun that you might use to make it move around, because you'd have no leverage against that to like tell the gun how you want it to move. Okay, I'm thinking... Oh no, we'll be going on to other areas after this. Okay, this isn't like a... Oh, whoops. That was enough to turn the technicians into hostiles. Okay. Well, they knew who they were working for, didn't they? Dr. Jaren. Okay. Let's go. Let's have a scrap. Ooh. Cryogenically frozen beasties burst forth from their tubes. That's interesting. Not much use though, were they? Couple more. Out for a scrap. I'm impressed with my range. It always seems to be longer range than I'm used to, or than I expect. Lot of lizardy guys. No thank you, I don't want any. There we go. Goodbye, Doctor. Emergency call to a station. Yeah, if you will heal me, why aren't you healing my companion, eh? Come on. Two more security stations. Seems like there aren't any security stations back in the other fort, so that's good. I may still have missed one of the research stations, although I'm hoping that it will be in one of these two buildings. So I would need to go back and try and find it. Right, let's check up there, shall we? Oh hey, there we are. The last one I was after. Splendid. A little bit disappointed there isn't the final security console in here, but never mind. I'm sure it won't be far away. I suppose I could have skipped all of that by just coming around here, couldn't I? Sneaking along the edge. Oh hey, there's another one. In case I missed one, presumably. That's good. No, I can still interact with them. So these guys up on here, on watch, will have watched me come in through the front gate, run around the whole place, in through here, out through here, up, around here, and then up around here, and not once were they like, that doesn't seem right. Should I start shooting them? Oh, hey. There's a bunch of security terminals. A surplus. Ooh. Let's override the experimental weapons console. I imagine that's further in. Somewhere. And also, I imagine he's around somewhere, further in. You know, that big old tracked transport thing down here? It can't actually get to the rest of the base because the only way up here is up here, which it probably can manage, even if these are a bit sharp. And then this corner is probably a little bit sharp. It would be taking that a bit inelegantly. And then up here, and then this door, which I don't think is big enough. It's the same size door as this. right? It looks like. This is the same size door. I don't think that this vehicle can fit through this door. I think it's too tall. And it might be too wide. So the only place that that tracked vehicle can go is out through the gates. And it's too wide for this bridge. So the only place that this vehicle can drive is from here out to the bridge here. So this is the entire area that vehicle can traverse. I suppose you could drive it off the cliff here, and then it would have access to this region. But I wouldn't recommend it. Is there another one? That looks like there's another one there. So at least they do have one inside this region as well. And is there one? Yeah, there's one here. So they've got one of these vehicles that can access this region, I guess. So this is the most superfluous of them. This one here. Because where does it fucking go? What use is it? It looks like a troop transport. Where is it transporting troops to? Which troops is it transporting? I mean, maybe it's just that they've been really spread out and not collected together, in which case fair enough. I think there have been a number of troops around in this area. I just haven't really seen them all together, so it doesn't seem like that many. Yeah, there we go. There's another one. This is a troop transport, right? I mean, it's got launchers on the back of it, but no other weapons, and it's big and bulky. And it looks like that's an embarkation ramp. And this would be where the troops mainly hang out. And there's a little corridory bit there. And then, like, another cabin at the front. It looks like it's divided into two with a troop container there. And another bit here for more personnel. With a little... It almost looks articulated, but I don't think that it is. I don't think that that can flex. It's just ribbed for her pleasure. More marauders, oh, not marauders, dominators. Dummy boys. What was that? First edition Galactic Encyclopedia. No influence gain from Kaizen. Kaizen's not interested in galactic encyclopedias. Ouch. Cease this zappy hurty business. Angie man. All these Imperial technicians just calmly going about their business, ignoring the lightsaber fight that's happening. Probably wise, to be honest. Probably the wisest course of action. I thought we were done. No, there was a fourth. And he's just injured. Oh no, he's injured. Okay, fair enough. I thought he was just continuing to have his nap on his bunk, ignoring the fight. No. I thought he was like, I'm just going to turn over and pretend that nothing is happening. But no, he's actually injured. Cut it out with the rockets, please. Everybody dies. But in flames is quite specific. We got anybody in here that's interested in the fighty business? No? Okay. Well, we'll leave you to it then. Imperial scientist. Some more words of wisdom from Kaizen. Devour fear or be devoured. Ooh, PD-44. You know, this is a serious fight because it's got emergency Kolto stations around it. Although, I don't anticipate that this will be much more of a challenge than the previous fights like this have been. So, I'm not terribly worried. It'd be nice if this moved a little bit more quickly. But then again, if it did, it would probably happen upon you more quickly, which during its patrol, which you probably don't want, actually, do you? Okay, it looks like the Flashpoint as a whole wants me to go this way, and the bonus objective jungle infiltration wants me to come this way. So let's go this way first, then go that way, and hopefully this will be the correct order for things to go in. Let's fill this room with whatever that is, and then with force quakes. What was that I just picked up then? With project. It looked like some kind of gas canister in red. I only saw it for like a couple of frames, but it was a kind of dome-topped with circular with angled sides, and then on the bottom of it, it had 4 struts off of it. I just picked up out of nowhere and chucked at this dude. Not seen that one before, or if I had, if it has been picked up before, I didn't notice. Oh, here's Hasper. How's it going? You ready for a fucking scrap? Oh, he's a lightsabery chap as well, isn't he? Oh, get out of this. No, thank you. I prefer not to. He's tougher than previous enemies have been. Third time in a row he's caught me with that, and I only just remembered that I have force speed to zip outside of the AoE with. Sorry, my knees are itchy. I don't know why my knees decided now was the right time to become itchy, but here we are. I wonder if I can send Kaizen. No, can't send him to sell stuff. Only when you are directly attacked do you detect intruders. What a great security droid this is. It's only sending occasional rockets. I probably don't need to worry about putting shields up, do I? You appear to be non-sentient. For rockets, they don't seem to be doing much damage either, so I'm not going to worry about them. I mean, compared with other rockets that I've been hit with. Whatever that is that's going on there is probably more dangerous. There we go. Job done. Ooh, if I had scavenging 200, I'd be able to break him down for parts. Nice. Wow, that's quite a lot of rooms, isn't it? This is going to take a while. Flashpoint exit. Probably not the whole rest of the stream. But we've been going for longer than I was expecting. Oh, hello. You know, interestingly, old chap, no one's told me anything about you, so you can't have been very up to anything very interesting since our last meeting, can you? Have we met before? Well, I wouldn't call that sparring. If only I hadn't built this place so well to stand up to explosions and so on. There's a helpful service astromech. Splendid. Oop, need to be a little bit closer. Don't have any junk to sell. Do need repairs though. Let's sell all of this junk. Open this. All of these heal the same amount. And I've got 12 of them anyway, so I don't need to buy any more right now, and that's all he sells. Alright. Let's get rid of the security forces, shall we? Positioned just far enough apart that I can't actually catch them all. Oh well, I'll catch most of them at least. Not sure where that shield is coming from. Is it a piece of gear that I've got? Ephemeral melding. Mending. Relic. Force Lord's package. That looks like an over-ear comms device. I've got no idea. Is that? No, that's a tactical thing, and I haven't gotten a piece of gear that goes there yet, have I? I've got no idea what piece of gear it is that is generating a sort of small hex pattern shield around me occasionally. Hello chaps. None of you are looking for a fight, are you? Interesting that the place is being bombed and they're all still at their stations. Oh right, there was a room back there. A security room, I think. Oh, hey! If I'd missed one, I could have gotten this. Imperial Research Station. Cool. They definitely have a surfeit, don't they? I wonder why they'd put an injured Imperial trooper in with a science terminal and a desk. Why is this somewhere that you put medical beds? Hello, chap. You ready to get your head beaten in? thought some chaps might come bursting out of these tubes. Is every one of these tubes going to empty? No. Okay. Imperial scientist has remained at their station. Excellent discipline amongst the scientists. Probably in fear of discipline. Let's be real. Oh, there we go. There's another of those shields. It might be the combat support droid that's giving me some kind of shield buff. Guard assist, maybe? Can't really tell. I could ignore all the other dudes in here, but I'm not going to. I placed that force quick down quite badly, didn't I? In fairness, they were quite spread out. Oh hey, another research station. I know that I've met that requirement already, but it's fun blowing them up. Hi, welcome, Curbstump41. Hello. Did this story last night, and that the last boss kicked my butt. Thank you for the warning. Hopefully I'll be able to manage okay. I mean, I have got combat support droid, although I imagine you probably did as well. Did you have your companion set to tank mode? I wonder why the Imperial Field Medic is belligerent to us. No, mine was set to healer. Should I change him? I think it depends on your class. I've got Kaizen set to tank because I've got several healing abilities, and if he's tank and I'm still getting enough damage that I'm in danger of falling over, the engagement is probably not going my way anyway. So I've not been worried too much about keeping my own health up. It helps that a Sage, one of the specs that a Sage can have is healer, so I've probably got a few more healing abilities than other classes would have by this point. But just the fact that in tank mode, your companion should be using abilities that generate threat, that pull enemy attention off of you. Sentinel can tank, can't they? Sentinel is the one saber. Or is it the dual saber? Because there's one of the knights classes. All of their specs are DPS, aren't they? 2 sabers. Oh right, okay. Yeah. I'm not sure how many I have. I've got a sentinel, but I haven't played them past Coruscant, so I don't know how many healing abilities you'll have by that. You would have by this point, but I think everyone gets heroic moment and a healing ability plus field med pack. And I think the combat support droid also puts down some healing powers on you if you're struggling, or just I think in general. Because I know that Kaizen doesn't if he's not in healer mode, and I was getting like little healing droids spinning around me, spraying me with green. So I don't know. I need that little window you have on the left. Which little window on the left? Oh, this. With my meds. Ah, right, yes. This is just one of the things I could... No, not that. One of the things I could add with Interface Editor. I don't remember... Oh, no, maybe it wasn't this. Was it preferences? It's been ages since I set it up, but it's in preferences somewhere, I think. User interface. There'll be a thing where you can add extra quick bars. And you can add more than this. I've been considering adding more just for the sake of having all of my abilities on taskbars that I can see. Because I have more abilities than this. I just haven't got the ones I don't think I need on taskbars. I'd probably put the other one down here or along the top maybe. Okay, so I actually want to be going left here to progress. But there's a room here. Oh, nobody's in it. I can still blow this up though. Hee fun. I adjusted mine a little with the plus symbol right next to your 1 ability. Ah, yes, there we are. Main HUD. No. No, I'm afraid I don't remember. It was like November last year when I set up my interface. So it's been a while and I don't remember exactly how I found the interface options. Oh, hello. Some more BDSM enthusiasts. 2 DOMs. That's got to be awkward, hasn't it? You'd think that they'd be in conflict. You'd think if there was a pair of them, they'd be a Sith Dominator and a Sith Submissive. I don't think being submissive is the Sith way, is it? Despite the fact that submissives actually have the most control in a sub-dom relationship. Being submissive doesn't really fit within the Sith ideology, does it? Alright, you guys hold on over there. I'll get back to you in a moment. I've got plenty of these, haven't I? In case you missed any whilst you were making your way here. Go away, would you? Yeah, there'll be somewhere in the interface editor that allows you to add extra quick bars, and I imagine that it will be helpful, at least so that you can have somewhere to put med packs, just as you got like somewhere you can panic press to get some health. I'm also playing this with an MMO mouse with like 18 buttons on it. So I've got access to this whole toolbar just under my thumb. I'll show the mouse when we've finished this fight. But it's super useful in any game where you've got loads of buttons like this. With most MMOs, they probably don't fully optimize the UI because they expect players to customize it to their liking. Yeah, so my mouse, I'm not quite sure what distance is the right distance, but my mouse is this chappy. Oops. With 12 buttons here. Oh no, that's probably not visible, is it? Oh, come on. Microphone's in the way. Sorry. There we go. With 12 buttons on the side, just under my thumb, and these buttons can increase and decrease the sensitivity. This mouse has a frankly ludicrous level of sensitivity as the maximum amount, and I've got my sensitivity turned almost all the way down because I don't need it to be super high, but it's there if you need it, I suppose. That's nice. I mostly like mine because it's got loads of extra buttons. It's almost like a keyboard on the side of your mouse. Yeah, it's basically like a small number pad. And in fact, all of the buttons are keyed to my number pad. Hence the number num4, num5, num6, etc. I finally made it. I wonder what that was. Ouchies. That's probably not in range to do anything useful, is it? No, okay, never mind. Have you not been trying to do so far? I imagine killing the ads is helpful. Just so that you aren't getting the extra sources of damage attacking you. Is he? It doesn't seem like he's doing it very quickly, if that's his goal. I think, actually, the guy in the command center here took longer to kill and was more of a pain because the space was smaller and he had an AoE that slowed you. So he'd pull you in, then start using lightning to attack you, which slows you, which basically means that it's more difficult to get back out of the area. I think he took longer to kill. He had more health or better defenses or something. But I can see him being difficult. Hello. I can see that guy being difficult if you're taking the brunt of his attacks. Is that why you've got masses and masses of military gear here? What is your culture exactly? Because if it's the Empire seems to be a stand-in for Nazis. And actually, it is morally correct to hunt down Nazis. Because a tolerant society cannot remain tolerant if it tolerates intolerance. It's a bit of a paradox. But if you just let anyone in and let them do whatever they like, you end up with only knobheads left. But if you kick out the knobheads when they start acting up, everyone who isn't interested in, being a racist piece of shit is who's left, and they're actually a nicer bunch to be around. than racist pieces of shit. He accused me earlier of, I think he sarcastically said, like all the other people that you spared. And actually, if he'd been paying attention, I did spare almost all of the technicians and scientists that I came across. I did accidentally catch some in an explosion, and they got aggroed to me. That was a mistake on my part, fair enough. But even the technicians behind us here on the platform are people that I left alive. I let them alone. I noticed he had a gun on his hip, but he was too coward to use it to try and fight us. There we go. There's one of the technicians. Bunch of technicians who we left alive because we don't go around killing people who don't attack us first. Well, I suppose in fairness, actually, almost all of the people that we've killed so far have been people that we attacked first. But according to the game's logic, they were hostile to us because I could see the little red bar above their head. And due to the way that games work, conflict was inevitable. If this were a show, I'm sure it would have been possible for my character, or a film, or a book, or a comic, or whatever. I'm sure it would have been possible, and in fact, I'm sure that my character would have preferred to take the least violent route possible through that entire lot. Increase your unlock count for this decoration by 1. Oh, right, okay, it's a decoration. Cool. Okay, so he's just there in case I want to repeat that. Okay. I don't know that... Oh, geez, what was the point I was going to make? Lost track of it. I don't know that the things that the Ghost Jedi was saying were helpful advice. It was more cryptic warnings. Prophecies, which I personally don't count as helpful advice, even if prophecy in this universe can be useful. Oh, fair enough. Someone once said, it's not really a prophecy if it's so vague you can't use it. Yeah, I suppose that's true. And these prophecies are just about specific enough. They are pretty vague. And general. But like the scarred Angie man. Transport. Yeah. Will envelop the world in fire. The suns will burn black somehow. I'm not really clear on how suns burn black, but alright. Yeah, let's go here. This is the way we need to go to get back to our ship so that we can go back to the planet we want to be on. Balmorra. Oops. Can I just transfer? Yes, I can just travel now. Alright, I don't need to dick around getting from hangar to hangar through the station. Can I mount up here? Oh, I can! Splendid. That's super convenient. Been running around by foot. On foot. Bugtown. I really hope that this town involves bugs in some way, because otherwise I'll be deeply disappointed. Hey, crafting node. I wonder whether I'm high enough level. I'm probably not going to be high enough level to interact with that, am I? Requires archaeology 235. No, I'm not nearly high enough level for that, am I? I'm 44. Yeah, I can't meaningfully interact with that. I'm going to have to grind my archaeology up for a bit. Colicoids. Are they insects by any chance? This looks fairly noxious. Giant insects, there we go. Why was anyone breeding big insects for low intelligence and high aggression? Like, I mean, I suppose this is an industrial world that's geared towards war, and they make weapons and war droids, so maybe I can understand how someone would think, we're working on making weapons, maybe we could breed these specific insects to be super dangerous, and then we'll drop them as bioweapons on enemies that we want to weaken. Forgetting the cardinal rule of developing bioweapons, always have a means of controlling them that works. Spitter? They obviously pump out, I don't know about gas, but probably spores. Hold on, these are almost exactly the same body plane as the creatures on Alderaan, except they have bat wings and sort of monkey feet and look like mammals rather than avians, but they're still six-limbed. Interesting insects. Usually, well, they've got the right number of limbs, but usually insect bodies are divided up into different segments, and all the legs are attached to the same segment. But it looks as though these guys just have one body segment. That's just kind of like a big grub or something with chitinous plates on it. Just this whole area. Defeat collocoids in this whole area. Okay, fair enough. Don't need to go looking for them. They're not occurring close by or anything. Go away. So, I doubt that this is a gas. It's probably pheromones or some other chemical compound. I mean, I guess that gases can be... Oh, collocoid egg. Gases can be... That was a spicy, angry patriarch, wasn't it? Not surprising. This is how insects should respond when you destroy their eggs. Is that Cortosis' sword? I don't think so. I don't know what kind of sword it is, to be honest. Let's investigate. Kessler Molitex Heavy Blade. I imagine it's made of Molitex, whatever that is. But I don't know why it's superior to a lightsaber, particularly to a Jedi. But it's the best piece of gear drop that I got so I'm going to use it. Right, I was talking about the fumes coming off of here. A gas can be a molecule rather than a single atom type. Hey, wonder what that is. A law object. Oh, these are enhancements. Versatile hilt. No, I think I'll leave that alone. But I don't know, I guess I don't know enough about chemistry to... oxygen is... only noble gases are normally found as single atoms. Oxygen is normally in the form of two atoms bound together. Yeah, fair enough. Skill trainer missions. Yeah, I don't know enough about chemistry. I mean, I did do A-level course in well, science, the whole lot of them. Physics, chemistry, biology. I don't remember enough. I wasn't a good enough student to remember. Don't know enough about chemistry and biology to talk about the specific differences between different compounds and what terms apply to what kind of compound. So I think I'll leave that alone. Even SIS. Cool. Jedi Knight phase, okay. Not allowed in there. This is exclusively Jedi Knight Club. Club for Jedi Knights, I mean. I imagine a Jedi nightclub would be my kind of nightclub, actually. Probably fairly dull by nightclub standards, but exactly the sort of thing that I'm after in a nightclub. So we have scramblers to find. And colocoids to slay. Was it stealthed, or was the game having trouble showing an enemy that spawned so quickly? Bit weird. Oh, hey. There's another Jedi. Another Jedi Sage, in fact. With another Kaizen. Come on, Kaizen, where are you at? Thanks for your help. I know that there's an archaeology thing here, but my archaeology, as I've expressed before, is not high enough for me to be able to interact with it meaningfully. I can look at it and admire it, but I can't collect it. So is that okay? Oh, I'll be going in there shortly. Probably once I've activated all of these scramblers. I imagine I'll get directed to go in there. Oh, there we go, there's a stinger. I was wondering when I'd meet one of them. Isn't that a squelching noise? Isn't that horrible? Don't like to imagine what the ground is soaked with here. What this green stuff is. I'd like to do these before I finish killing the stingers, just so that I make sure I get the bonus done before, just in case the completing the killing the stingers completes the quest and leaves me without the ability to finish the bonus objective. Memoir of the Unification War. What's that? Ooh. A purple piece of companion gift. I'm not sure how you're supposed to get through there without pulling something. Okay, if you weren't going to keep fighting, why did you attack us? Consider them both out of the way. Red lightsaber, do you imagine? I expect it'll be a red lightsaber. Be a bit awkward if it wasn't. And they're working for the Sith Empire as well, aren't they? So they've got to be carrying a red lightsaber, right? Squish, 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 squish. Okay. Ocolocoids came out to complain about that one. Kylo style. Oh, right, this person's already done this one. I have to wait for it to respawn. Fun. Hopefully it'll respawn shortly. Oh, there we go. That didn't take long at all. Oh, well, I suppose I don't know. Well, they were hanging about here. Can't have been that long. Defeat and search the Colocoid Queen. Where's the Queen? Queen's in there. Alright. Let's go beat up a queen, shall we? Do you reckon defeating the second stinger would end the quest before the bonus objective is complete? We have had several stages of bonus objective, haven't we? Don't know whether that means... Oh, hey, a lift. Probably shouldn't jet bike off there. That might hurt a bit. Jedi Guardian. Doesn't that look pleasant? Leaking green goo on the floor. Yep, that's the queen. Cannot see target. Come on, yes I can. I have to stand in the goo before I can see her. What a weird interaction. Search Colour Code Queen. And I have found Colour Code Queen Carapace. Okay. Colour Code Sapper. I wonder whether that's an objective for someone else. Let's go kill it. Ooh. Oh. Why did it disappear? It was invisible, but I could still interact with it. That's super weird. Oh well. I was still able to get stuff out of it, at least. I probably could shuttle out from here, but I want to leave via the front entrance so as that I can try and find a Colicoid stinger on my way out, on my way back towards the settlement, if you can call what was there a settlement. Why do I make the noise like I'd picked the stuff up if it wasn't going to actually pick the stuff up? I thought, yeah, there we go, a stinger, splendid. Put the last stinger over here, so I come over here to look for it again. There is a shuttle point here, but it wouldn't take long to get over by speeder, so let's just go by speeder. And then end the stream, because we're just about at 3 hours now. There we are, 3 hours. According to the Twitch app timer. Cool. Oh, level 59. That means I have a point to spend. What should I spend my point on? Let's ask the internet. It's this group in an L shape here. So force mobility, turbulence, healing trance, and force serenity can be activated while moving. Oh, not healing, meditation. But what? Turbulence. Turbulence. Healing trance and force serenity. Can be activated while moving. That's fairly cool. Reduces all damage taken while stunned by 30%. Additionally, reduces damage taken from area effects by 30%. That sounds pretty neat. Force Mend increases your damage reduction by 15% for 6 seconds. Additionally, reduces the cooldown of Force Mend by 5 seconds. also good. Let's reduce the damage that we take, shall we? And I just need to try and remember that. I mean, it'll be a while before I get the next point, won't it? I'm not going to remember by these points, am I? By the time I get to these, I'm not going to remember that I'm supposed to be going for these two, am I? Oh well. Let us... Oh, I was already mounted. Zip in here and drop off the object. The carapace. So, from here, I need to take a taxi. I wonder why that's out over here. Oh, junk dealer, okay. Well, that's it for today. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I hope this has been interesting and or amusing. I'll be back on Wednesday at... It seems as though it's about 8:30 these days, doesn't it? But the aim is 8. And to help, I will be tweeting shortly before I go live. So you can look out for my tweet. And I think if you've got the Twitch app installed, it will give you alerts if you're following or subscribed to let you know when anyone that you're following or subscribed to goes live. Between now and then, I would be putting this stream up on my YouTube, Vanilla Jester Gaming. You can find all of my streams there, not just for this, not just for today, but also all of the Star Wars The Old Republic and all of the previous games that I've streamed. There's also my Twitter, as I mentioned, at Vanilla Jester. And I hope to see you on Wednesday, or at least again, whether it's Wednesday or not. And until I do, I hope you have a nice time, and goodbye.